Hey YouTube, it's Michelle Bruton Brown by Bruton on the YT. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I have a quick video response to Nik the Booksmith's latest craft with me. Nik did a specimen book, and I've done several of her folios, and she always has great measurements, great tutorials, and I'm telling you, Nik has got to be one of those crafters that if you're a junk journaler, you've definitely caught some of her videos and some of her techniques for making journals and just doodads. I mean, she bakes, she sews, she crafts. Anyway. Definitely the Martha Stewart of our craft world, but love her to death. And I wanted to make one of these once I saw it. Today is a great Saturday. I've been able to put Christmas away finally and do some crafting. And so I created this little number here. And I have to admit that listening is fundamental. Nik gave the measurements for the base of this field or specimen notebook, and in my mind I heard what I wanted to hear, that the width of this was the same size as a standard piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11. Well, what she said was the dimensions were 5.5 by 11.5. So I got my halves wrong. Anyway, when I realized I made a mistake when I scored the base, and the pieces they just didn't come together correctly when I did the proper measurements for the top piece and the bottom piece. Needless to say, did a little math, did some correcting, and made these a little bit smaller so that they would fit the size that I created. And this is what I came up with. So I had tons of red cardstock up in my crafting area because I'm doing Valentine's and Christmas cards. Yes, you heard me, Christmas cards. And so I found some stash, one of those Michaels paper pads that you get when they go on sale, half off or whatever, $9 each, and there's a bunch of papers. But anyway, found this rose pattern and I just really loved it. The red and pink roses. I'm kind of in that kind of mode right now. And so I just finished my February journal, which was all peaches. So I thought I'd switch it up here. And this is what I came up with. So Nik's definitely looks more field ready. Mine looks a little bit more purse ready or nightstand ready. A little bit more feminine. She had these, I did them like buttons, but I still put this string. Okay, now let me make sure I'm doing this right. There we go. Around, and let me show you the inside. So when you flip it up, Nik had made she had showed you how to cut one of these like photo pockets. Well, I used my Tim Holtz Sizzix die and just cut it off. I think there was like another layer, and so I just cut it off around the corners, put it through that texture fade that has the pretty flowers, the 3D flowers, and did some stenciling. And I've just put in a couple of tags and then one of the word cards from A Tattered Dream. This is gratitude. I think I'm going to send this to my godmom. So Mr. Birthday and a bunch of things, but just grateful for her. So then when you open it up, here's the bottom flap here, and then it opens like such. And let me show you what I did to alter the book. So on this side, I did put a pocket, do some stash lace on it, and I tucked in here. This is a jar, but I created a window and put some flowers in there. So I guess that could be a specimen. So I've got that tucked here. On this side, I made a pocket, and this was some ephemera from another stash pad that I had gotten at Michael's. And of course, did some stenciling on it, just a little piece here. And then the featured piece is this centerpiece here, where I've made kind of like a little notebook tablet. I've used some tea-dyed paper, some newsprint, and some primary paper. And of course, have used my stencil, my rose stencil. This is fired brick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is fired brick. Distress ink from Ranger. And then up top here, I just did a little cute lace, just a really small lace collage with some Hobby Lobby laces and a rusted pin that Denise gifted me. And so there you have it. I've been playing with it all day, mostly because I totally covered the entire book with my stash, the rose paper. One, to make it sturdier, and two, just the deep dark red was pretty, but I just like the roses on top of it. So there you have it. Thank you so much, Nick. I love these done in a days. You know, I got so many projects that are half done, and I've done 2 now. My February journal is completed. That was a date calendar for February that I got from TLC Creates. And now here is my specimen booklet from Nik the Booksmith. So thanks, Nick, my neighbor up the road. One of these days, I'm going to get to meet you in person. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your weekend. Tomorrow is Sunday. Happy crafting. This has been Michelle. Bye.